You're completely head over heels for him. He's charming, kind, and for the first time in forever, you can actually picture a future with someone. The feeling is intoxicating, right? It's this whirlwind of emotion that makes you want to give every single piece of yourself to him. But lately, you've felt a little shift. It's subtle, but it's there. You're the one who's always canceling plans with your friends to be free for him. You find yourself biting your tongue when you disagree on something important, just to keep the peace. You've started to feel a little less like yourself, and a little more like the person you think he wants you to be. These little sacrifices can feel like acts of love, but they are the silent killers of your own identity. They're the small compromises that, over time, build a cage around the real you. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on 9 things you should never, ever do for a man, no matter how crazy in love you are. Because protecting your future self and the health of your relationship starts right now. 1. Never lose your unique identity. First, never lose your own identity just to become a female version of him. It starts small. You stop playing that pop music you love because he's more of a rock guy. You trade your weekend hikes for his video game marathons. Before you know it, your hobbies, your interests, and even your personal style have been swapped out for his. What started as a compromise becomes a total abandonment of the person you were before he came along. A healthy relationship should add to your life, not become your entire life. The right partner will be fascinated by your quirks and passions, not annoyed by them. So please, keep nurturing your own interests. Take that dance class, join that book club, plan that solo trip you've been dreaming about. A man who truly loves you will be your biggest fan, not your director. He fell for you, not a mirror image of himself. 2. Never hide your intellect. Don't you ever dumb yourself down so he won't feel intimidated. This is a trap that so many smart, successful women fall into. You might find yourself downplaying a huge win at work or pretending you don't know much about a topic he's excited about, all to protect his ego. You're essentially silencing your own brilliant voice to make his seem louder. A man who is worth your time will not be threatened by your intelligence. He will be absolutely captivated by it. He'll want a partner who challenges him, someone he can learn from, and who can stand shoulder to shoulder with him. Never apologize for having a beautiful mind. Celebrate your wins, state your opinions with confidence, and refuse to dim your light for anyone. Your brain is one of your hottest assets. Use it. 3. Never become his second mother. This is the woman who manages his calendar, cleans up his messes, reminds him about his dentist appointment, and basically runs his life. This isn't just about chores. It's about taking on the mental and emotional work of a parent. At that point, you're not his partner. You're his unpaid life manager. The fix: expect a partner. You are with a grown man who is perfectly capable of managing his own life. A great relationship is about 2 people supporting each other, not one person raising the other. It's fine to help out, but it has to be a 2-way street. Let him face the consequences if he forgets something. It is not your job to raise your man. 4. Never put your dreams on hold. This is a heartbreaker. Never put your own dreams on the back burner for him. He gets a job offer across the country, so you quit the career you love without a real conversation. You've always wanted to go back to school, but you keep putting it off because the timing isn't perfect for him. What feels like a noble sacrifice today can grow into a deep, ugly regret that poisons your future. You'll start to resent him for a choice you made, and you'll lose a piece of what makes you you. A truly supportive partner will never ask you to give up on your purpose. He'll be the one cheering you on. If you have a dream, whether it's starting a business, traveling the world, or getting a PhD, a man who really loves you will see that as part of your shared adventure. He'll help you game plan, he'll celebrate your victories, and he'll be there for the setbacks. A relationship should be about 2 people walking side by side, lifting each other up, not one person standing still so the other can move forward. Your dreams are not optional. 5. Never be the only one putting in effort. A relationship is a team sport. If you're the only one on the field, you're going to lose. Are you always the one sending the first text, planning every single date, and saying, "I'm sorry" first after every argument? This is classic overgiving, and it just teaches the other person that they don't have to try because you'll handle it all. When you constantly pour your time, energy, and emotions into someone without it being returned, you're not proving your love. You're signaling that your own well-being doesn't matter. This one-sided dynamic is the fastest way to feel burnt out and completely taken for granted. The answer is to pull back a little and create space for him to show up. Stop being the default planner. Don't rush to fill every silence. A healthy relationship needs effort from both sides. If you step back and he doesn't step forward, then you have your answer about where you truly stand. If any of this is hitting home for you and you're ready to reclaim your self-worth, do me a quick favor and hit that like button and subscribe. We're all about helping you build the kind of healthy, respectful love you actually deserve, and your support helps us get this message to more people who need it. 6. Never sacrifice your friends and family. This is a non-negotiable boundary. Never cut yourself off from your friends and family for him. It's a huge red flag when a partner tries to put a wedge between you and the people who've known you the longest. He might complain about your best friend, make you feel guilty for visiting your parents, or stir up drama anytime you have plans that don't revolve around him. This kind of isolation is dangerous. It makes you totally dependent on him and cuts you off from your support system, the very people who will give you a reality check and have your back if things go south. I've seen it happen too many times. A woman slowly drifts away from her friends, thinking she's prioritizing her relationship. But when it ends, she's left not just with a broken heart, but with crushing loneliness. Your friends and family are your roots. They knew you before him, and they'll be there long after. A good partner will respect those relationships and want to be a part of them. Never let one person become your entire social universe. Keep your girls' nights. Keep your family dinners. Keep your connections strong. 7. Never give up your financial independence. We don't talk about this enough. This isn't about a lack of trust. It's about self-preservation. When you rely completely on a man for money, it creates a huge power imbalance. It can trap you in a bad situation because you feel like you literally can't afford to leave. This doesn't mean you can't share bills or build a life together, but you should always have your own bank account, your own savings, and your own ability to make a living. I heard a tragic story about a woman who put all her assets into her husband's name as a grand gesture of love. When they divorced, he walked away with everything, and she had to start from zero in her 50s. Keep your career going, contribute to your own retirement, and stay in the loop on shared finances. Financial freedom isn't a sign of a weak relationship. It's the bedrock of an equal partnership where both people are empowered. 8. Never bottle up your feelings to keep the peace. This one is a silent killer. Never swallow your feelings just to avoid a fight. When you constantly push down your real emotions, your frustration, your disappointment, your hurt, all to keep things nice, you're basically starting a war within yourself. You might think you're keeping the peace, but you're actually just building a wall of resentment, one brick at a time. He does something that bugs you, but you say nothing. He crosses a boundary, and you just smile it off. Eventually, that resentment will either explode over something tiny, or you'll just emotionally check out of the relationship altogether. Healthy relationships aren't conflict-free. They're relationships where conflict is handled respectfully. Your feelings are valid and your needs are important. A man who loves you will want to hear what you have to say, not shut you down. 9. Never abandon your core values. And finally, never, ever compromise your core values. Your values are your foundation, your beliefs about honesty, kindness, integrity, and what you stand for. If you find yourself doing things that go against your deepest principles just to please him, you are betraying yourself in the worst possible way. Maybe you value honesty above all, but you find yourself telling little lies for him. Or maybe you've always been committed to your health, but you've picked up his unhealthy habits to feel closer to him. These aren't small compromises. They are tiny cracks in your soul. A relationship should never require you to become someone you don't like or respect. The right partner will either share your core values or, at the very minimum, have deep respect for them. Stand firm in who you are. A man who asks you to sacrifice your integrity doesn't love you. He loves the convenience of you bending to his will. Conclusion. So, those are the 9 things to hold sacred, no matter how in love you are. This isn't about being selfish or difficult. It's about having unshakable self-respect. The foundation of a healthy, lasting relationship isn't how much you can sacrifice for someone. It's about two whole, independent people choosing to build a life together. Losing yourself for someone else doesn't prove your love. It just means that if the relationship ends, you're left with an empty space where you used to be. And if it lasts, it will be built on an imbalance that will only lead to unhappiness. Remember, you were a whole person before you met him, with your own dreams, your own mind, and your own identity. Don't let that person vanish. The greatest thing you can bring to any relationship is your full, authentic self. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was a powerful reminder of just how worthy you are. Have you ever caught yourself making one of these mistakes? Share your story in the comments. You never know who you might be empowering. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on building the strong, healthy love you deserve. Until next time, know your worth.